This is what we're going to try to do today. Let's see if we can make our own hooks. The goal is to make something that looks like this, TMC 101, but you can see we can put in a double length shank by doing it on a straight pin. What we're going to try to determine is whether there's a difference in quenching it in water, quenching it in oil, as Daguerre-Forget pointed out to me that it ought to be quenched in oil, or whether there's a difference in strength if we just bend it cold, tie up our hook and go on our way. Here's what we'll be using. I've nailed two 10-penny nails on an angle in a 4x4. We'll be using our pair of needle nose pliers, straight pins, a bowl of extra virgin olive oil. Will regular olive oil work? Well, no, I would say extra virgin olive oil. That's what you have lying around the house. A little about the metal we're working with. These straight pins are really quite ductile. Look at this. I can bend this with my hands. They're going to have to be a lot tougher than that to keep even if we have a nice hook in it, in order to keep the fish from bending it and just flattening it out. And the way we're going to do that is a technique developed 3,000 or 4,000 years ago of heating it up till it's red hot, and then quenching it quickly in a liquid, and then heating it up again, quenching it in a liquid, heating it up again, and quenching it in a liquid. You would think, since I'm a graduate of Lehigh University, one of the foremost material science universities in the world, and that I do have a degree in heat and fluid flows, I would know how to do that. Well, the best way is to just go out and try it on the grill. Let's see what happens. I removed the grill plates. Let's start up the grill. Select the straight pin. Hold in our pliers so we don't wind up barbecuing our fingers. You might need adult supervision. Heat it up until it glows red. That means it's at 900 degrees. And then bend it by slipping it between our two nails, just gently bending it around, and then quenching it in the olive oil. Easy, huh? Now to anneal it, we'll put it back in the pliers, heat it up again until it's red. Maybe we have to touch it up a little bit on the bend. Quench it again. And repeat this so we have at least 2 additional quenching cycles. Heating it up till it's red, 900 degrees. And quench it. Now, if I was back in college, we would take these heat-treated materials to our universal test laboratory called Fritz Lab, famous for having tested the cables for the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Are you familiar with the Tacoma Narrows Bridge? Well, here's a short clip of it. It was nicknamed Galloping Gertie. We're hoping for a better outcome from our heat-treated materials. The bridge was actually designed by Bethlehem steel engineers who were educated. Well, that's a different story. Let's see how we're going to test it. Here are the materials: a 5-pound weight, cork, our pliers, of course. We're going to mount the hook so that it pulls parallel to the weight. We're hoping to simulate the situation where a fish is held to our line on the hook portion. Okay, we'll use that triple quenched heat treated annealed hook, attach it to a string and our weight, and then we're going to lift it up slowly to see at what point it breaks or bends. There we go, we got a little bend in the hook. When I tried this with a TMC 101, I got a similar result. But let us now try it with a different form of forming the hook. This process is called cold forming, and it's very easy to do with a ductile material or untreated straight pin right out of the box. Let's see how it performs. The hook bends at an angle of about 2 degrees. The sine of 2 degrees times 5 pounds is less than 1/8 of a pound. No good. What I learned was that you really can make hooks from straight pins at home, but you do need to do careful annealing. It also gives you a fine appreciation for the hooks that you can buy at the fly shop. Check out my other videos and I'll show you the flies that we tied with some of these at-home hooks. Whether they work on the stream or not, tune in and I'll give you an idea of how they actually performed on the stream. Thanks for watching.